we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the Bills sideline is their head coach. His team playing exceptional football, 8-2 in their last 10. Across from him, you've got the coach of the Jaguars. His guys had the week off last week, so they are, in theory, rested up and ready to get back at it. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Jacksonville. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time, a bad time, and I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling, multiple wins going into their bye week, and I can tell you what, the energy around that building, going into a bye, know you're playing really good ball, it makes that week a lot better, certainly, than the alternative. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, you're going to have a strong chance to win every single week. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Here's Hawkinson in motion. They go play action for Lawrence. This one complete right side. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. on the ground. Here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
That's good. Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the...
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. It's second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And it's going to bring up a third down.
10 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Slot man in motion right. Lawrence throwing on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
And, Mike, this is a throw that, yes, at this level you expect it to be caught. But remember, this is a running back on a flat route. These are very awkward angles to track the ball. You got to put it on his front shoulder pad, allow him to turn up the field, run through contact. I think with a better ball, that's a pickup on 4th down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Allen. His throw left side is complete. And they'll take this down inside 35. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Bills first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
First down throw there is incomplete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down. Allen gonna throw for it. And that is not gonna work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Greg, I know you're passionate about this, the change in the evolution of the NFL the last decade, the willingness to go for it even more often now on 4th down, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I think teams just continue to understand the NFL is not about yards, it's not about time of possession, it's about generating big plays, and it's about maximizing every possession you have and sustaining the ball. So when you get opportunities at certain down and distances, at certain parts of the field, to use that extra down, it changes everything. And the last thing I'll say, Mike, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. You don't decide to go for it on 4th down, or at least I'll say the good teams don't decide to go for it on 4th down on 4th down. They knew they were going for it on 4th down 3 plays ago. They knew on 1st and 10 this was 4-down territory. So first down, second down, third down, the play caller is using that information to say, if I need fourth down, I have it, so I don't need to get it all on second, all on third. So it changes the philosophy and the flow of the play caller, and that players are a lot more comfortable nowadays being in these situations.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Buffalo.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
To try again, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss with Cook. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and for the defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. Play action now, and here's Allen. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And the Bills are going to have it 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this off.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Buffalo. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jags offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down. That's a
he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins, as they've got it with a 3rd and long ahead. Throwing is Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. The Bills offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now he'll air one out, and this will be incomplete.
And I think at this point here, second quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things. I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Jaguars offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. It is 2nd and 9.
At the 18-yard line.
Here's Hockenson in motion. Once again, it's Etienne. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Bills offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Up the middle they go. Ooh. He's going to be taken down at about the 30s. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Bills 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. So now they'll throw it with Allen. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, Buffalo.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Mike, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 2nd down, Allen. And he's in. Bills. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Now pass to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills move out on top, 14-0.
Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Well, here's down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
He's brought down at the 31. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd
In motion
and
comes
7.
Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. On comes the punter now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Here's Noel. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. 3rd and inches. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Bills 1st down.
3rd down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. He's into space past the 25. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. This one's complete to Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the the Bills will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Jaguars offense ready for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Now here's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
First and 10.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Here's Lawrence. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 6.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Play action. It's Allen. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Big play there for the Bills. Pick up of 46 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
On play action, Allen. He'll find Shakir open right side.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old pitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got it inside the 5. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Bills. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season. As his kick is good, and the Bills are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10. And they're on the 26-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 5 brings up second.
One final throw before the break, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. And instead, Why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Bills offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Here's a handoff to Cook. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. Second and 5.
Second and 5.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Allen going to throw. Open man is Shakir, and that's complete. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
To the air on second down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that error to throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
They'll give it to Etienne on the option. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Bills offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings them second and 3.
Second down and 3. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Third down, it's Allen. A pickup there of 13. First down. down, Buffalo.
As we saw in the first half, Mike, the defense was really unable to do anything to slow him down. He put up some really big numbers there in the first 2 quarters. Now here in the second half, just doesn't look like they've made many adjustments in the attempt to slow him down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the handoff, this is Cook. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 29, here's second down and a yard. Now give on the ground, and he's got it. First down, a pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
From the 34 now, it's first and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Extra point drop by Bass. He's got it, and the Bills stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. Lawrence. That's hard. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
A big play for Jacksonville.
for a Jaguar.
33 yards.
Down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. On first and 10, Lawrence. And no chance for turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the gun, a give to Etienne. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Played close quickly. Here comes third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down. First and 10.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Lawrence. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle. They just cannot get anything going for them.
And this ball incomplete on third down. So it is fourth down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This one from 47 yards out. Little's kick is good. And And the Jaguars will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has been a... to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll begin here on the ground. Room to run at the 35. And he is finally taken down inside the 40-yard line. Big play there for the Bills. An even 40 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Caleb Ratzlaff in on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. Let's go. To the air, it's Milroe. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Bills first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Here's Pierce. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
I think the back just needs to be a little bit more decisive in the run game, and not everything is always going to be perfectly blocked, Mike. There's times where you just have to say, okay, let's get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple yards, and just keep this ball going forward.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
And he'll take it on in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Bills. Here's Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jags offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Tackle at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The linebacker, Matt Milano. He works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's taken in by Thomas. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bills offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On the ground, it's Pierce. And there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
At the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Ready, go!
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off. But not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Milroe. The ball comes out. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had to So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. First and 10 now from the 36.
19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee.
70s, Timberwolves.
Second and 11.
Ready, ready.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a road win here for the Bills, and that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.